Welcome back to the course on Advanced Switchgear. Today we are going to see about current transformer. Current transformers are used as instrumentation devices. These current transformers are used in actuating the switchgear or circuit breaker in case of emergencies. Nowadays, numeric relays are being used. These numeric relays will get the input from the current transformers. These current transformers will give the actual value of current which is flowing in the primary conductor or the main conductor or the bus bar where the current is going to be measured. This is the main aim of the current transformer, to measure the current in the bus bar. We all know the currents present in the bus bar are of very higher values. So to measure these things, we need separate devices. Such device is a current transformer, or otherwise shortly known as CT. Current transformers are used to measure current flowing in AC power transmission lines. When you consider a power station, this power station will be generating a voltage of 11 kilovolt, and this 11 kV is generated using a synchronous alternator, and this 11 kV should be transmitted to other place. So if we transmit this 11 kV to other place using a very long transmission line, due to resistance present in the transmission line, the generated voltage will get dropped down because of I square R loss. So to avoid these things, we are going to increase the voltage rating. So when we increase the voltage rating, then the currents will be decreased. If the currents are decreased to a lower value, then the I square R loss will also get decreased. Let us assume a transmission line is carrying a current of 100 amperes. So this 100 amperes current is flowing through a transmission line. Now we need to measure how much amount of current is flowing accurately or correctly in the transmission line. Then we cannot use a normal ammeter or any other meters to measure such a very high current in hundreds of amperes. So to measure such things, we need a current transformer. Current transformers reduce high value of current to low value of current and helps to measure the actual value of current which is being present in the line or high transmission AC line. It provides a safer way to monitor the actual current flowing in AC HT transmission lines. We cannot use a normal ammeter to measure such high value of current. There is no such ammeter designed to measure such a very high value of current in hundreds of ampere range. So we need a current transformer, and that current transformer is going to lower the value of current and helps us to measure the current which is present in the current carrying conductor to be measured. CTs are used to measure dangerous high value of current using standard ammeters of rating 5 amps. CTs are present in power generating stations and on all substations and in metering equipments. So you can see CTs in a generating station or in substation or any higher rating of metering equipments. This is the internal parts and circuit symbol of current transformer. This is the circuit symbol of the current transformer. This is the primary conductor represented by a straight line, and this coil is the secondary winding of the current transformer, and the primary current is the highest value of current to be measured, which will be in the rating of 100 amps or more than that. So in the secondary side, the current IS will be lesser than the primary current, which is IP, flowing in the main conductor, which is needed to be measured. When coming to the internal parts, you can see this is the core of the current transformer, and this is the primary conductor or the main conductor where we needed to measure the current flowing in that conductor, and this current carrying conductor is placed inside the hollow core, and the hollow core is wounded using a thin copper wires, and these secondary windings are connected to a ammeter. When a current flows through a conductor, it produces magnetic flux, and this magnetic flux is alternating in nature because the alternating current is passed through the conductor. So the magnetic flux produced is also alternating in nature, and this magnetic flux will cut the hollow core of the current transformer. These hollow cores are made up of magnetic materials or ferrous materials. When these magnetic fluxes cuts the hollow core and the conductors and the secondary conductors which are wound in the hollow core, this will produce a small value of current, and this current is also alternating in nature, but the magnitude of secondary alternating current is lower, and this lesser value of current is passed into the ammeter, and so we can measure the ammeter value, and by using some mathematical formulas we can find the current which is flowing in the primary conductor. Constructional details of current transformer. The primary winding of current transformer is made up of single flat turn coil. You can see a single conductor is passed through the hole, or you can also use a single turn of coil through the hollow core. Coil of heavy duty wire wrapped around the core. Just a conductor only. Only a conductor is placed inside the hollow core to measure the current in this case. A bus bar placed through a central hole. These are all the 4 methods how a primary winding can be present in a current transformer. Secondary winding of a current transformer is made up of large number of coil turns wound on a laminated core of low loss magnetic material. This is the core, which is a low loss magnetic material or a ferrous core. In this ferrous core, we are winding a large number of coil turns and taking this coil turns out and connecting to the ammeter, makes the secondary winding of a current transformer. The conductors used to wound the secondary windings have very smaller cross-sectional area. This means the secondary conductors are wound using a very thin copper wire. Core has large cross-sectional area so as to create low magnetic flux densities. This ferrous core material, which having low loss magnetic material, will be like it has a very high cross-sectional area. When this cross-sectional area is large, then it will create a low magnetic flux density which is required for measuring the primary current using the current transformer. Constructional details of current transformer. Wound current transformers. Current transformer primary winding is physically connected in series with the conductor that carries current to be measured in the circuit. The figure shows you a wound current transformer. Here you can see the primary winding in one side, and in the back side of the current transformer you can get the secondary winding. In the back side you will be having the secondary winding. This primary winding present over here will be connected physically in series with the conductor that carries the current. So this primary winding will be connected directly with the conductor which is carrying the current, and the secondary conductors shown in the back side will be connected to the ammeter. The magnitude of secondary current depends on the secondary turns ratio of the current transformer. Toroidal current transformer. These toroidal current transformers does not contain a primary winding. The line that carries the current flowing in a network is passed through a window or hole. This is the toroidal current transformer, and these toroidal current transformers have a hole present in them, and the line that carries the current which is to be measured should be passed in through the hole in the toroidal core so as to measure the current flowing in the primary winding of the current transformer. These toroidal current transformers have split core which allows it to be opened, installed and closed without disconnecting the circuit to which they are attached. If we are having an infinite long transmission line, then if we need to measure the current flowing through the transmission line, then we cannot disconnect this transmission line because it is in service. So to measure these things, to measure the current, we can open the toroidal core which is in open position, and this opened toroidal core can be placed in the transmission line, and the toroidal core can be locked down to make the ferrous material to have a continuity, and then the current flowing in the primary can be measured using the toroidal current transformers. Similarly, you can see this current clamp meters present in the labs. In this current clamp meters, we will be having a toroidal core in this region, and this toroidal core region can be opened, and the wire to be measured can be inserted into the hole, and the wire can be clamped inside the hole, and the current to be measured can be found in the display over here. Constructional details of current transformer. Bar type current transformers. Current transformer uses bus bar of main circuit as primary winding, which is which is equivalent to single turn coil. So these types of current transformers can be directly connected to the live wire or the bus bar. They are fully insulated from high operating voltages of the system, and the inside of the current transformers are completely insulated because we are connecting the bus bar in this region and taking the bus bar out from this region. So the complete primary current will be flowing through this current transformer in this bus bar. So we need to insulate it completely to avoid any accidental events usually bolted to current carrying conductors. So the bus bar is bolted into the current carrying conductors. You can see a screw hole. So the bus bar which is to be measured is bolted with this terminal in the current transformer, and the other side of the bus bar is bolted in this terminal, and the current flowing through the bus bar can be measured by this current transformer, and the secondary windings of the current transformer are seen in the back side, and these secondary windings can be directly connected to the ammeter. Operational details of current transformer. Current transformers and ammeters are used together as a matched pair. So these two equipments such as current transformers and ammeters are used together as a matched pair. So if we buy a current transformer for a big substation, then the current transformer will come with the pair ammeter. So these two are current transformer and the ammeter are calibrated, so they are giving the current transformer and ammeter as a matched pair. The design of current transformer is such as to provide a maximum secondary current corresponding to full scale deflection in the ammeter. So if we say 100 amps current is flowing through the main primary conductor, then the full scale deflection of the ammeter should be of 5 amps because all standard ammeters are of 5 amps. An approximate inverse turns ratio exists between currents in primary and secondary windings. To measure the current flowing in the primary of the current transformer, we need a mathematical equation, and this mathematical equation should have an approximate inverse turns ratio. Then only we can find the current in the primary side of the current transformer or the main current flowing in the primary conductors. So if we measure the current in the ammeter and use some mathematical formula, and we can directly find the main current flowing in the primary conductor. Most current transformers have a standard secondary rating of 5 amps. Primary and secondary currents being expressed as a ratio such a way as 100/5 amps. Here the 100 amps is the primary current rating or the current maximum current which flows through the HT transmission line, and this 5 amps represents the ammeter current rating, which is maximum of 5 amps. Primary current is 20 times greater than the secondary current in this case. If you take a 100/5 amps transformer, then the primary current is 20 times greater than the secondary current. If 100 ampere flows in primary, it will result in 5 ampere flows in secondary winding. So this turns ratio will have a inverse characteristics, so that we can easily find which amount of current is flowing in the current transformer. Increase in number of secondary windings, Ns, the secondary current can be made smaller than current in primary circuit being measured. If we increases the number of turns in the secondary side, we can decrease the current in the secondary side of the current transformer. Mathematical formula of current transformers. Transformer ratio N equal to NP divided by NS equal to IS divided by IP. Here we know that NP is number of turns in the primary side and NS is the number of turns in the secondary side of the current transformer, and IP is the primary current flowing in the current transformer, and IS is the secondary current induced in the current transformer with respect to the primary current. So we can find the secondary current. IS is equal to IP into NP divided by NS. We have just cross multiplied the equation to find the secondary current. The current ratio will set the turns ratio. So if we are deciding the current ratio, for example 100 amps bar 5 amps, then this will set the turns ratio instead. Because we can see this formula, these two ratios, the number of turns in primary divided by secondary is equal to the current flowing in secondary divided by primary. So if we decide on this current ratio, then automatically the turns ratio is being set. Primary usually consists of 1 or 2 turns. We know the primary, which is the conductor, we are going to measure the current. Usually this conductor is of a bus bar. So this bus bar has only 1 turn or 2 turns in a maximum range. It will not be more than 2 turns. So it will be of 1 turn usually in a higher level current ratings. Secondary consists of several hundred turns. So the ratio between the primary and secondary is quite large, because the primary will have only 1 turn and the secondary will be having some 100 turns of conductors. So this ratio, you can see 1 divided by 100 is a larger ratio. A current transformer of rating 100 amps to 5 amps will have a turns ratio of 20:1. Burden resistor. Consider a bar type current transformer which has 1 turn on its primary and 160 turns on its secondary is connected with standard ammeter having an internal resistance of 0.2 ohm. Assume ammeter gives a full scale deflection when primary current is of 800 amperes. So from the mathematical derivation we can see secondary current IS is equal to IP into NP divided by NS. We know the primary current, which having the maximum deflection on full scale, is of 800 amperes. So we can substitute 800 in IP, and NP is 1 turn here, and we can substitute 1 turn for number of turns in primary, and divided by number of turns in secondary is 160 turns. So we can substitute this over here. We will arriving at 5 amperes as secondary current. So voltage across ammeter Vs is equal to Is into Ra. This is Ohm's law. So we are having 5 amps of current in the secondary, and the resistance of the ammeter is 0.2 ohm. When we are multiplying this, we will be having a voltage of 1 volt in the secondary of ammeter. However, if ammeter was removed, secondary winding becomes open circuited. If we remove the ammeter, then the secondary winding will be open circuited because there is no ammeter present in it. The terminals of the current transformer are left open. Now current transformer acts as a step up transformer and induces dangerously high secondary voltage. This high secondary voltage has potential to cause ill effects on operating personnel. If the current transformer secondary is opened suddenly or the connected ammeter is removed, then at once very high dangerous secondary voltage will be created in the secondary terminals, and this very high dangerous voltage will appear across the panel, the metering panel, where the person will be sitting and watching the ammeter. So this dangerous high voltage will cause a ill effect on the operating person directly who is watching the ammeter or sitting near the panel. So this should be avoided. So the secondary voltage induced when it is in open circuited is calculated using this equation. We know Vs is equal to Vp into Ns divided by Np. We know this primary voltage is of 480 volt and the turns ratio is of 160 divided by 1, which is the secondary turns ratio divided by the primary turns ratio. Then we will get the secondary voltage of 76,800 volt, which will be equivalent to 76.8 kilovolt, which is a very dangerous high voltage which can kill operating personnel when in contact with this dangerous high voltage. So CTs should never be left open circuited or operated with no load when attached in secondary when the main primary current is flowing through it. So if CT is in operating condition, you should never remove the ammeter from the current transformer secondary. If you try to remove the ammeter from the current transformer secondary, at once it will kill you, because a very high dangerous voltage of 76.8 kilovolt is produced in our case earlier. So this much voltage is easily will affect the person and it will kill the person at once. So it should be kept in mind, CTs should never be left opened. CT's ammeter should never be disconnected when CT is in service. In case if ammeter is removed for maintenance, a short circuit or burden resistor should be inserted before removing the ammeter. If we want to remove the ammeter for maintenance or any other purposes, we need to short circuit the secondary winding, or we need to short circuit the ammeter, or we need to short circuit the secondary of the current transformer firmly, or we can insert the burden resistor in the ammeter secondaries. Then only we should remove the ammeter. Otherwise it will kill the person who is removing the ammeter of a current transformer which is in service or which is in operating in a line voltage of very high volt. This is the circuit connection of a current transformer. You can see this portion is the current transformer and this is the primary line which is going to be measured. Current flowing through this line is to be measured, and this is the core of the current transformer, and this is the secondary side or the secondary coil of the current transformer wound on the core, and this secondary current is flowing through the burden resistor, and from this we are having a filter bank of resistance and capacitance to provide a smoothing of the currents. And from here we are having some measuring instruments such as ammeter or digital equipments such as microprocessor or microcontrollers or relays or numeric relays can be connected in the Vout terminal of the secondary of current transformer. Burden resistor selection of current transformer. In a typical application, the secondary current is applied to a burden resistor. Burden resistor is of few ohms in order to generate a voltage signal across secondary. In all cases, the current signal should be converted into a voltage signal. So, in all current transformers, a burden resistor will be connected to the secondary of the current transformer. To find the burden resistor, we can use this formula. V out is equal to I load divided by N into R burden. V out equal to voltage signal to be produced across the secondary of current transformers. I load is equal to full load primary current. N equal to current transformer ratio. R burden equal to value of resistance to be connected across the load. So to calculate the burden resistor, selection for a CT rating of 100 amps to 5 amps has a turns ratio of 20:1. We need to assume the secondary circuit voltage which is required is about V out is equal to 1 volt. Then burden resistance burden resistor in ohms will be equal to V out into turns ratio N divided by the primary load current. Here we have assumed the secondary output voltage or the secondary output voltage of the current transformer to be 1 volt. So we are substituting the 1 volt, and we know the turns ratio of a 100 to 5 amps current transformer is 20:1. So we are making 20 divided by 1 for turns ratio, and then for load current, which is the full load primary current. This is the maximum current the bus bar is going to carry. So this is 100 amps. Then we can calculate the burden resistor of 0.2 ohms. And this 0.2 ohm of burden resistor should be inserted in the current transformer secondary, and this burden resistor should not be disconnected for any purpose. If it is disconnected when the CT is in live or in service, then it will create a huge damage to the operating personnel. Thank you.